The number one thing that separates artists that are successful from artists that are not, I'm going to explain what that is today, but I want to tell you first, it's not talent. It's not talent. It's not good looks either. But before I do, I want to read you a quote from my book, and it says this: as a human, you have 24 hours in a day, but as an entrepreneur, you have 24 hours plus the time of anyone who works for you and is on your team. That's a quote from Caleb Maddox from my book, From Red to Black. I'm going to say that again because it's so good. As a human, you have 24 hours in a day, but as an entrepreneur, and if you're an artist watching this, you are an entrepreneur, you have 24 hours plus the time of anyone who works for you and is on your team. Okay? And that's one of the main things that separates people that are successful and people that aren't. Artists, what I'm talking about here. And it's the willingness to delegate and to get a team. Your team could be a graphic designer. Okay? I've seen super talented artists, okay, that could rap, sing, whatever it was, but then they also wanted to put their hand in graphic design. And I'll never forget this design cover they did, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? You took your time to do that instead of delegating that because you're so freaking cheap. Okay? Hire a graphic designer, all right? Hire a music video director. Hire a lyric video creator. Hire a producer. That is one of the biggest things I see a lot of artists get hung up on. I know another, artist that's really, really talented, okay? Super talented, but wants to do everything themselves. Everything themselves. And that slows you down, and it also stops you from tapping into your superpower. I remember when I first got started in this, I wanted to learn how to rap, I wanted to learn how to sing, and those were hard enough. Learning how to rap really good. I remember, just being discouraged, not able to find my zone, going to the studio the first time, trying to rap on beat, and then just like making words that make sense, writing good songs, and just developing that confidence. But then when I wanted to learn how to sing, that was a huge thing too. And during those times, I remember I was like starting to try and make beats and stuff like that. And it's just like I realized, look, do I want to be good at something or do I want to be great at something? Do I want to be like great, amazing? And could I learn to continue to make beats and stuff like that? Yeah, I probably could. But I see it with so many artists, by being a jack of all trades, they become a master of none. And they never learn how to delegate. You only have 24 hours in a day, okay? And it's not just about waking up earlier and trying to wake up 1 hour earlier if you're not even going to be useful and functional during that time, because you want to make sure you get your good sleep so you utilize those 24 hours well, or those 12 hours you're awake, or 14, 15 hours you're awake, and then obviously you got to sleep. But by tapping into somebody else, like I can write great songs, and as I shared in another video, I write a song and then I send it to a producer and he's working on it. Well, while he's working on that, waiting for him to get back, I can write another one, and then I can work with another producer and another one and another one. I'll never forget a buddy of mine, Nazri, back in Hollywood. I'll never forget him literally bouncing from studio room to studio room, writing with all these different people. Was he the producer? Was he the editor polishing the song? No, he was the idea guy. And he was tapping into that superpower. And that's why he's written with so many different superstars, from Bieber to Gwen Stefani to just some really big stars. Okay, because he's mastered his superpower and he's learned to delegate and leverage his skill by just spewing out all these amazing ideas and then have everybody else finish it off. He's not trying to be the label. He's decided just to be the songwriter and be great at it and be known for it. All right, I'm going to read this quote again. As an artist, you have 24 hours in a day, but as an entrepreneur, you have 24 hours plus the time of anyone who works for you and is on your team. The idea of having people work for you, post for you, create the images for you. And I know right now maybe you don't have a lot of time or a lot of money, so maybe you need to get friends. You need to get bandmates. Get your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, people who believe in what you're doing before you can pay them. I said in other videos that I hire out virtual assistants, or assistants, people that work in the Philippines or in another part of the country, in the US, Canada, just someone who's virtual. I hire them to do a job, pay them like a pretty low hourly rate, and they crush it. Sometimes they'll do research for me. For a long time, I was booking my own shows. booking my shows. That was me. I'd book my own shows. And I loved getting the adrenaline rush of, making that sale, booking that concert or whatnot. That was great. But I realized that, one, me being the artist doesn't give me as much leverage, okay? But me assigning that out to someone, a booking agent, they can say, no, this is his fee. I can not only charge more, so I have a middleman, but if someone, instead of me charging $2,000, they're charging $5 or $10 or more, because they can just say, hey, that's my rate, and it doesn't have to get weird or anything like that. It's just like, hey, that's his rate. Sure, I got to pay them a 15% commission, but they're making me more money. And let me tell you this, every hire that you do should make you more money. But don't get it twisted. When you're building a music career, that thing takes time. That thing takes effort to move it forward, and you got to be willing to invest for a while. That's why you keep your job until you've invested and get this machine going, until the music starts pumping out money, and then you still got your job, and now you got even more money to reinvest, and you still got your job, and you're continuing to build that until the music way outpays this, and then you don't have to be at your job anymore, and now you can be 100% on your music, and then you can hire more people, and you can build an empire. Okay? I've got graphic designers, I've got lyric editors, I've got producers, I've got people who mix the record, I got people who master it, I have people that distribute it. I'm not making the CDs, okay? I'm not in the microphone business, making my own microphones or anything like that. I'm in the songwriting business. I write songs. That's my superpower. You might be a producer. You might be a mixer. You might be a mastering person. But what do you need to delegate? What are you doing right now that you need to delegate for somebody else? What is it? Write it down and say, today I am going to delegate that thing. I'm going to stop doing that, because you probably don't even love it. And sure, the person that you delegate to do it, will they do it as good and as perfect as you? Maybe not. But can they get better? Can they do it good enough so that you can focus on what you're supposed to do? This is just one of the many principles I cover in my book, From Red to Black, A Short Journey from Debt to Liberty. Click the link below and get this. Go to manifest.com/From Red to Black. This book is free, or you can get the ebook or the audio book on Amazon if you want. But you just cover the shipping and handling, and we'll send you the physical hardcover copy, and it'll change your life.